The parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Neither. There's a little bit there in the end. Neither. All right, questions. So, are these parallel, perpendicular, or neither? Now, hopefully in your notes, you should remember that the slopes of parallel lines will be exactly the same. Okay? Parallel lines, if I can draw it, will have the same slope. That's parallel lines. Okay? Parallel lines have the same slope. Okay, so now I can see nicely from this first equation, remember, that 4 is the slope. Remember, y equals mx plus b, the number next to the x is the slope, and this negative 5 would be the y-intercept when it's written in this form, not that form. That's going to be different. So right now I know the slope's 4. Great. Well, that one's done already. That was quick. I don't have to change anything round. Unfortunately, I do have to change this one round. Okay, so remember, how do we get the y equals by itself? We take away the 12x. Did this in the previous video. That's gone. You're left with 3y on this side equals 7. And if I take away 12x from this side, remember you can't actually do it because one's a number, one's an x. All you do is write minus 12x. Okay, there we go. I just took away 12x from both sides. What's next? I divide by 3. Okay, gone. Divide by 3. Divide by 3. So written in correct order, this is y equals, let's put the x one first, okay? So what's negative 12 divided by 3? It's negative 4x, okay? And 7 over 3, you can just write it there. But, you know, the y-intercept really doesn't come into it. I'm just looking for slope. Here it is. It's negative 4. So the other one has a slope of negative 4. Now that is neither. There is, and it looks like there's a pattern, but there isn't. Okay? If you look in your books, remember, it's got to be the same for parallel lines and negative reciprocal for perpendicular lines. In other words, if I get a slope of 2/3, let's say, then if it was parallel, it would also be 2/3. Okay? But if it was perpendicular, it would be negative 3 over 2. Alright, so that's parallel, that would be perpendicular. If you saw those two would be perpendicular to each other. Okay, just remember the pattern. So there isn't, so if I did have 4, what's negative reciprocal? It would be negative 1 over 4. Okay, and that's not that, so this is neither. The answer is neither. Okay, let's have a look at another one. Ooh, what should we pick? One's going to be parallel, one's going to be perpendicular. Let's try this one. I think that's going to be the same, actually. No, let's go for this one. Okay, here we go. Now, they both need changing to y equals, so nasty work, all right? So, this one here. 3x minus 8y equals negative 4, okay? Leave the y, right, take away 3x, take away 3x, okay? You're left with negative 8y equals negative 4, negative 3x. You divide by negative 8, it's the number next to the letter. You divide everything by negative 8, everything, let's do it that way instead. You're going to get y equals, and in order, put the x first, negative over negative, positive 3/8 x, and negative over negative, that's 4 over 8, which is 1/2, reduce your fraction, plus 1/2. But again, you don't need that, right? So look, make sure what you did, you got rid of the x, divided by the number next to the y, and now the number next to the x, the slope, is 3/8. Okay, I'm going to write that right there, because I'm going to get rid of this and do the other one. So there we go. Let's have a look at the other one. 32x, sorry, plus 12y equals negative 4. Right, we take away 32x from both sides. Okay, remember we want to leave the y by itself. Take away 32x. So, I am left with a positive 12y on the left, and that equals a negative 4 with a negative 32x. Still remember, you can't combine them, one's a number, one's a letter. then divide by 12. We divide by 12. Okay, that's everything. Divide everything by 12. Everything, both these. So y equals, again I'm going to write the x term first, negative 32 over 12, sorry. Now that's going to reduce, remember, so I'll just write it like this for now, negative 32 over 12. X, so I wrote that first, and then what's negative 4 over 12? That's negative 1/3 if I reduce it. I'll write it as negative 4 over 12 for now, because that's what it is. Okay. Now this here, so here's the slope. There's the slope. That reduces to negative, divide the numerator by 4, you get 8. Divide the denominator by 4, you get 3. Now to me, look at these two. Isn't that negative reciprocal? Must be perpendicular. That one's perpendicular, so that's what you write.